What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Angry Spud. In today's Spud Reacts, we are headed back to that wonderful country of Germany. So specifically, we are going to be in the city of Cologne, or Köln, I believe that's how they say it in German, and we're going to see what kind of street food they have. We already know that Berlin has some really neat food, Bavaria, really neat food, but we're going to head here specifically to see what they have. So, without further ado, let's dive in.
In this video, we are taking you on a full day of eating common street food in one of Germany's major cities, Cologne. Not just German street food, but we are taking you to explore some of the various international options from Western Europe all the way to East Asia, as those are amongst the most popular street food options throughout the country.
That's a good one. Right off the bat, the international food. That was something I wondered about, how good the international food was in Germany, and I've heard it is actually really good, so that is exciting to know.
No fancy sit-downs today, only good old bang for your buck snacks and takeout.
All right, so we're in the heart of Cologne, and the first stop we're going to is right behind me. It's called Landmetzgerei Richrath, and it's part of a Rewe supermarket. However, they say they have a butcher shop as well, and it's some typical German Imbiss-style food. That means you just pick it up at the counter, get it on your hand to go. But they have some special items, not just the regular Bratwurstbrötchen. So let's go and check it out.
Already looks good. That bread is soaking up those juices real good.
All right, we get our stuff from the first place, the Richrath's Landmetzgerei. So Richrath's, whatever, butchery. And we got two items. Actually wanted to get a small haxe, a small pork knee, which would be a very unusual street snack, but today was rib day, so we didn't have the pork knee. They also offer soups of the day, but they were out already from lunch menu. Anyway, what we've gotten are two things. This is the first one. This is called a Bratenbrötchen. And if you look at this here, it has a good chunk of roasted pork on there. It's a little bit similar to the Sauerbraten you get in this area a lot. And then he put a lot of stir-fried onions on top, which are slightly glazed in this like reddish looking thing. These are the cheap, very common bread rolls.
I love glazed onions. That's just one of my favorite foods of all time. Glazed onions with like bell peppers. So when you mix that with anything, it's especially maybe something that's a Bratenbrötchen. I love saying that.
It's very common at German imbisses, these street food stalls. And the Braten is kind of a bit of more of a premium topping though. Let's see how it is.
And how much was that?
And this was €4.80, so €5. Let's see how good it is.
It smells really good as soon as we walked up to the shop and he handed it over.
Very tender for pork meat. I'm going to show you something here. Check it out, 2 slices of this roasted pork. There's onions in between. It's not dry at all. It's juicy because of the onions and of the sauce the onions are in. And the pork meat itself also has this crust on it.
Yes.
Red, lightly seasoned. It's a very good snack. I think this is also very heavy because of the toppings. For €5, this is a good start. Pretty German snack.
And I have a classic German sausage here. This is a roast bratwurst, and this was $3.20. Not bad, very long. It's so typical. You get it in this this white brötchen, like this white bread roll.
Yeah, same
and then you
bread
have
roll.
it, they stick out. These are classic. You'll find this at every street fair, Christmas market. It's just a very normal thing. With mustard, I prefer mustard.
I was about to say, you gotta add the condiments to it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've seen really ketchup on them. It's really just mustard.
I sometimes say I'm not a big sausage person, but every time we get a sausage, I'm really happy. I like the hearty ones. I like this better than like a Frankfurter. I think it's like nice, it's juicy. It has herbs and flavor in there, and it just has a nice grill. This is my kind of stuff, and I haven't even gotten to the bread yet, so.
I feel like that's the stereotypical German snack, is it? Mm-hmm. There you have it, pick in a blanket.
I feel like the bread's always
Piggy in a
slightly
blanket.
stale. Like it tastes so much better when it's fresh out of the oven, nice and fluffy. I think the best part of this is the sausage.
Yeah, I think there are 2 very common things at this first imbiss. The first one is they use the cheap bread rolls, and I think they get them in the morning, probably from the Rewe supermarket they're attached to. And then the second thing is, I think all of he offered.
So they're saying it's not fresh. It's kind of just been sitting there. Man, that's kind of like a downside, because I really thought all the food was always really fresh, like all the time. Like they were just constantly making it. I'm sure it still tastes way better than most of the stuff that I have here, but I don't really like that.
was pork meat, right?
Yeah.
Pork sausage, pork steak, roasted pork.
Pork ribs,
Yeah.
haxe, yeah. So if you don't eat pork, I don't know if this is your option.
He's just eating
They're so
all
much
the food.
better.
Yeah, this one is standard. I think if you ask any middle-aged German person, you say Imbiss, the first thing I think is bratwurst in a bread roll. But that thing is far superior and I think worth the upcharge.
I bet.
Throughout Germany, you'll find places with the word Imbiss, which translates to snack stand, but it can also mean a quick meal, somewhere that is easy to grab and go or quickly eat at a table. You'll often find Imbiss-style Döner and currywurst shops in Germany. We've eaten both Döner and currywurst a lot in our previous videos. The Imbiss options are great for lunch break workers, hungry tourists, or if you're just craving some of these delicious
Hold
food.
on. Was that fried? Is that fried
A
kartoffel?
lot in our previous videos. The Imbiss options are great
what
for
that
lunch
is?
break workers, hungry tourists, or if you're just craving some of these delicious food options.
Second street food spot is Kani's restaurant. It's called Kani's Imbiss and Schnellrestaurant, which means just a quick takeout thing. They have a couple seats, but we're probably gonna take it away. And this is like a Middle Eastern food-ish thing. As I said earlier, we don't wanna do just German street food today because these things are very common in Germany. Actually, that type of takeaway street food is more common than the German style. So we'll see what they have and get something a little more spicy probably.
I saw the falafel. Imbiss. I haven't heard that word. What in the world? There's fries in that? Is that what
All
I
right,
just
so we went
saw?
to Connie's Imbiss. They have a lot of the typical shawarma stuff. You can get the chicken from the skewers there, but I wanted to get something vegetarian because they have a lot of vegetarian options. So I got falafel with hummus.
And they even advertise as a vegan
Yeah.
restaurant, like option.
And it was 3 of these beautiful breads laid down, and you have some vegetables in there.
Oh.
And then the falafel and the fries as well came in. And I'm just gonna take a bite of it. Looks so good.
The 3 makes it pretty sturdy, that's for sure.
It looks
Wow.
so colorful. It's like nicely flame grilled, the bread, and then colorful on the inside as well.
One more bite so you can get a nice view. You have fresh vegetables in there. You see the carrots, the lettuce, there's cabbage in there. They asked what kind of sauce we wanted. There was a cocktail, a spicy, or a yogurt sauce. We did spicy with yogurt in here, and this is so good. So this is $6.50 for this large style falafel wrap. The small one is €5. But you have the fries in there. The falafel is right there. I haven't even gotten to bite into the falafel yet.
So I'm thinking of the food. They're paying $6.50 for that. But I'm trying to think how much you get compared to how much, say, if you go to like disgusting McDonald's or something like that, and you'll pay, $10 or, $5. They have like a $5 thing to where you can get like nuggets, burger, fries, drink, all that stuff. However, this food is real. When you go to those places, that stuff is actually trash, makes you feel bogged down. I wonder if this makes you feel that way, even though it's actually real food, is what it seems like. So I think the price might be worth it.
And throughout Germany, you'll find a lot of Turkish and Middle Eastern cuisine. There's a lot of halal things. I think it's one of the best street food options, or one of the most common ones that you'll see around here. And I feel like this one tastes so good. I wish we had this in Düsseldorf. I think I would get it more often. The outside is
Düsseldorf?
nice and crispy. The inside is so fresh, but also very flavorful at the same time. The vegetables in there just make it really fresh. And you can see the falafel there.
Wow, it's so colorful.
With a very nice kick. I'm pleasantly surprised. This is
Oh,
my
it hit
stuff.
her.
It's so good. But one other thing that is so common at most imbisses and kiosks are these Duschlösche. It's like thirst quencher. This peach one is my favorite. I freaking love it. I think there's a lot of calories. It's so much sugar in
Don't
here.
you feel like a kid every time you do this
Just
straw
that
thing?
Yes.
mini
Like you
juice
did right
box?
It's beautiful.
That's interesting.
Look, now she's a little baby.
I freaking love these. These are my summertime drinks in Germany. They're so sweet, they're delicious. It's peach flavored. Oh, I
It's
freaking
vegan
love
too
it.
for you.
Now
I've
that's
never
refreshing.
seen
Yeah,
something
we
like
stepped
that
out to this
before.
little park here. I think the Hochschule Fresenius over there, which is a pretty well-known university, college thing here in Cologne.
Business
But
school.
yeah, in good old street food manner, you just look for the next steps and sit down, and eat your food right there,
Enjoy
and
it
drink
at a
your
park.
Durstlöscher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I go for the
Durchschlicher.
döner because I think the shawarmas often are slightly below it, but they can be very good. So I'm just gonna see.
Again, talking it down before he takes a bite so he can be pleasantly surprised when he eats it.
It's smart. Yeah.
This is you
Jawohl.
That is really good. It's so flavorful. Coming from the German food, it's just stronger, spiced. The herbs, the spices come just out way more with this Middle Eastern cuisine, and I freaking love it. The best thing about this thing is the bread. I think they grilled it at this contact grill. It's slightly crunchy, but she, like Diana said, used like 3 of them. Awesome. This is basically as big as street food can get because this is their signature plate with the wasp on it.
Oh, he's... No. Oh my God.
This is the Kani Teller.
Oh, here we go.
A lot of these shawarma places, döner places, they offer the döner and stuff not only in bread, in like the sandwich form or the roll form, like the shawarma, but also at a plate, like as a standard dish to sit down on. And usually they're more expensive, but you get more stuff, as you can see here. So this one comes with chicken meat, which goes on the shawarma, white rice, there's some lettuce here with tomato in there, shredded carrots, more iceberg lettuce, a little bit of sweet corn, tomato slices, a bread on the side, and then again we chose the white sauce and the spicy sauce. Oh, and hummus, of course.
Oh, okay, so honestly, I would rather have 2 of the falafels of the burrito because I hate building my own stuff. I get full by the time I even make it, and I didn't even eat anything. I just get so annoyed. So I would rather have 2 of the full ones already made. It's already compact. It's just way easier. I would rather have 2 of those for sure. And it's basically like the same price.
So if you're hungrier, you can opt for something like that. It's often offered at places where you can sit down. They had a couple of seats there. And this one is 11 euros. So this is kind of as big as you can get with the imbiss culture, the kiosk here, the street food. Let me see, a little bit of meat here. Get some of that chicken meat, some greens. Oh, there's onions as well.
Yeah, it's like a salad,
What
basically.
a colorful fork full of stuff. There we go. The meat is very nice. They just cut it off
think that's
the
so
typical
cool
döner shawarma
seeing
grill.
that.
You know how hummus is a little thicker usually? This is a little bit of a thinner one, almost like a hummus sauce. But that's nice.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
I
a
give you
fan
one of
of
these
hummus.
breads on the side, and if you want to, you can kind of like build your own shawarma version with it. And then you just roll it up like that, and you have your own shawarma.
My wife loves building like chicken fajitas and stuff though.
If I'm doing takeaway, I prefer the roll. It's easier. This is a little messy to do takeaway. I would enjoy this in the restaurant.
True.
This I'll take it to go, eat it at home.
That's
Also,
how
I
I
think
felt.
this is value-wise very hard to beat.
It's also a lot. We've both taken like, I don't know, several bites out of this and still have a full thing. This is a good size for sure.
Thank you. Give it to me.
Yeah, and you
As
can
we
get
make our
2
way
of
to the
them.
next Imbus, please subscribe for more videos with the bell notification. It's free! If you want to further support us, you can do that on patreon.com/DNNPhil. And a big thank you to these patrons: Ethan Mitchell, Heather Kuffner, Hessen Metro, Shar Mills, Tarek Malkosh, Stephanie Ann, Megan Rosati, Klaus Eisart, Lee Lim, Robert J. Casper, Marian Demad, Sherry and Keith Dennis, Jessica Soranska, and Jeff Standen. Thank you!
So this last place we came to is an Asian imbiss restaurant, a quick street food takeout. It's even called Asian Street Food and Snacks. And we got a noodle box. And these types of takeaway noodle boxes, they're super common throughout Germany in big cities as well as in small towns. So very common German street food as
This
well.
is so
Well, not German street
interesting.
food, but street food in Germany. You have different options. We got the one
Asian
with crispy
food.
chicken. You can get the regular chicken without the crispiness, which is not deep fried then. There's fish options, there's duck options often, and this one is just a classic. So you got these typical noodles out of the wok.
I do not know how to use chopsticks.
Dude, that's so
I
good.
suck
You
at
just
it.
can't go wrong. You know exactly how they taste if you had them once. They're slightly oily, they're carb heavy, it's noodles, right? There's a little bit of cabbage with it, a little bit of shredded carrots and spring onion, but very lightly. Overall, just a greasy pack of noodles, and then you have the deep fried chicken pieces in there.
It still looks so good.
Dude, they're just my favorite. Every time my conscience says, don't go for the deep fried version, don't go for the crispy version, but then my taste buds say the crispy version it is, and I never regret it. It's so good. It's this crispy outside, and then the juicy, oily, tender chicken breast on the inside. I love fried chicken.
Always
Also,
follow your
as
nose
you
and
can
taste
see
buds.
behind us, this one says street food, and we are on the street, but they have like 3 of these wooden benches here, which is also pretty common that some stores do that. So you have a place to quickly inhale your food and then get out of there.
So you'll find this all throughout Germany, ranging
So it's
from
still
like
like a
5
restaurant.
euros to like 8 euros, depending on the toppings that you put on there. I mean, they're good. They're fried noodles in a wok. If you crave it, you get it. It's usually my go-to like Sunday evening when all the restaurants are closed meal. But they always have good drinks and like Asian drinks. There's a lot of lychee drinks. We decided to go with the mango one today. And let's give it a try. I just love it. Mango drink without bubbles in there. So nice. Mango and peach. That's my stuff.
Oh, I can't.
So I wanted to get fried shrimp. They don't have it. They're out today, so I just got some spring rolls.
Well, that
And
sucks.
these are just frozen spring rolls. You deep fry them in there, and yeah, we'll give them a try. They're standard deep fried frozen spring rolls.
Show me the
Standard.
bite.
Vegetarian.
How
This
mad
if
is
you
she
crave it,
right
you crave
now?
it. You
How
know,
mad?
it's not. This isn't a gourmet Asian meal.
Well, I'm craving it, so here we go. Also a little sriracha sauce there.
Oh, there you go.
Very common that they have sriracha on the stand, then you can put it on yourself. Very oily. But it's this flavor. They have this certain flavor. You know, the fried noodles have this certain flavor. Like Jenna says, you crave it and you want it and you get exactly what you want, and it's awesome.
Oh, I thought she was about to throw it.
All right, so that was our city street food tour here in Cologne, Germany. I think the city has a lot to offer, not just the dome that you see in the background. Let us know
Yes.
which street food you like the best and what should we try next.
So that was pretty informative. I like the burrito style of the falafel because I think you can actually save some money with that. And you can take it to go instead of having a box walking around. I don't like doing that. And I don't like building my own stuff because I guess you could say I'm just lazy, right? But that schnell, I can't remember, but I remember that means quick. So it's a quicker thing. They got benches if you need to sit there. That's cool too. But I would rather just walk around and eat at the same time if you're really trying to explore, especially for like tourists like me trying to go over there. I don't really want to sit. I want to go out and do a lot more. So I love the international food and I love what Cologne has to offer. I wonder what else they have. Do you know?